morning, everybody. This is James Harnsberger, Wealth by Design, and this is our morning Power Meet. So here's what we're going to do this week. We're going to do something really exciting. We've got a theme, and the theme this week is taking stock. What are we going to do? We're going to be taking stock. And when we're taking stock, what we're really talking about is doing an inventory, doing an assessment, and really taking stock to answer the question, where am I financially? I am here financially, but we got to really stop for a minute and take stock to figure that out. And so this week we're going to talk about how we take stock to figure out where am I today in this point in time. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we're going to really get into the question, where am I, and the assessment. We've got to do the assessment to know where we're at. And on Wednesday, we're going to go to the next question, where am I going? Where do you want to go financially? And where do you want to be in 90 days, in 6 months, 12 months, maybe 3 years? Where do you want to be? Where are you going and where do you want to be? And then on Thursday, we're going to talk about how do I get there? You figure out, I am here today. I want to be there in a year from today. Now, how do I get there? And then Friday, we're going to pull this all together and we're going to figure out how to create our MAP, M-A-P. Our MAP is really an acronym for make a plan. Because if we don't have a plan and it's not written down, all we have is an idea, and then we get frustrated because we aren't moving, we aren't doing, we're sitting on the sideline waiting for the best time, the right time, the wrong time, the weather to change, whatever. We're not doing, we're thinking. And sometimes we just got to get in and we just got to start doing. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about the inventory and assessment. The inventory and assessment financially means we take stock of where we're at. In our personal life, this is called a net worth statement. We take all the assets and we count them all up. Then we take all the liabilities and we count them all up. Then we subtract the liabilities from the assets, and that gives us our net worth. That tells us where we are today, takes sort of a picture of where we're at today. And what we can do now is we can know where we're at today. If you have a side gig or a business, we want to do the same thing. That's called a balance sheet. And we take the assets minus the liabilities equals the equity or your net worth in the business. And so we add that back to your personal, because that's part of your personal net worth is your side gig or your business. You do the same thing if you have rental property. Each of those has to have their own balance sheet. And what we do now is we consolidate all of those into a consolidated balance sheet, because each one's going to be different. Each one's going to have their own unique characteristics. And what we need to do is we need to sort of organize it out, do the assessment with the inventory, that's the net worth statement in the balance sheet, and now we've got a picture, a snapshot. I am here today financially. I have X number of dollars in the bank, I have X number of equity in my house, I have X number of equity in my rental or my business. Now we know where you're at. Now you have to ask yourself the question, where do I want to be 1 year from now? If that's what your goal and your outcome is, then we need to figure out, where do you want to be? What does your net worth look like a year from now? What does your cash, your reserves look like a year from now? What does your retirement plan look like a year from now? All of these things you have to define. That's why we call it wealth by design. You're designing all of these things of where you want to be. So now we know we're here today. We want to be there a year from today, or 6 months from today, or 90 days from today, or 5 years from today. We know where we want to be in the future. And now it's really simple. How do we get from here to there? And how we get from here to there is we create a map, M-A-P. We make a plan, but we've got to make a plan that can be executed. In other words, it's only an idea when it's in your head. When you put it to writing, now you got a plan. You got a step-by-step process that's going to take you from here today to there tomorrow. And the cool thing about it is you get to decide and design it any way that you want. We generally believe that the first 3 months of the year is the best time that anybody can spend on creating their map, their plan, right? This is when you're going to do the assessment. This is when you're going to be working up your tax filing. This is when you're going to be reviewing your insurance. This is when you're going to be reviewing your living will, your trust, anything that you've got that's going to protect you and protect your family and your assets. And generally, you do a little bit in January, you do some more in February, and then you bring it all home in March, while at the same time you're getting lined up, ready, set, go, so that when you get to April 1, you've got a runway, you've got a map, you've got a plan, you know where you're at, and you know, more importantly, where you're going. And then all you have to do now is we got to figure out how we get you there. Financially, the 3 most curious questions that we always ask, and we never really figure it out how to take and break it down, is where am I financially today? Where am I going financially tomorrow? Tomorrow could be actually the literal tomorrow, or tomorrow could mean for you 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 1 year from now. Where are you going in your retirement? Where are you going in your side gig or your business? Where are you going in your job? And then the biggest confusion that we often struggle with is, how do I get there? How do I get from here to there? And that's where we can really help you with this program. We can show you how it works. We can show you how to create your map. We can show you how to do your assessment step by step by step. I know we've got several people going through mentoring right now, and they're at various different stages. You're going to see them and introduce those folks to you through our podcast and through short little video shows that we're going to be doing. And these are folks that are actually making it happen. Nothing happens until something moves, and that's us. We've got to move. And we've got to make stuff happen. And we've got to be doing stuff, not thinking about stuff, but we've got to do stuff. And so what we're going to do is take a really cool approach. We're going to answer these 3 questions this week. Where am I financially? Where am I going financially? And how do I get there financially? So this whole week is going to be dedicated to setting this up so we can get into our map and we can start figuring it out. This whole month is really figuring it out and how we pull this all together. Next week, we'll go in and introduce you to what the tools look like and how to use those tools, what the assessment looks like and how to use the assessment, taking the inventory and taking stock. So at the end of the day, you've got all the tools, you've got all the techniques, you've got all the strategies that allow you to take control, have the power of control in designing your wealth, designing your financial net worth, and designing your financial security. So Alan, I know you've been going through this process. Why don't we just take a minute and share with everybody, how is it working for you doing at the beginning of this year? Because you've come a long way in the last 18 months, right?
That's right, yeah.
How's it working for you right now, buddy?
Yeah, so far, I believe it's working well. I don't know if we go through the steps and the method and all those mentoring probably is more great right now. All my stocks is showing.
All your
I
stocks in your portfolio are green, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
so,
last year at this time, you didn't even have a stock portfolio.
Yeah, I don't have.
Right,
yep.
right.
And you introduced me there, little by little, and luckily I choose those stocks that is a green.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's been working for you. And so again, the month of February and Power Meet is really going to be where we bring this all together every morning. We're going to be taking stock. We're going to be doing the inventory and the assessment. We're going to answer the questions financially. Where am I today financially? Where am I going financially? And more importantly, how in the hell do I get there? How do I get from here to there? We're going to show you how that works all of this month. Every morning on the Power Meet, we're going to give you another piece. And on Friday, we're going to bring it all together, Monday through Friday, and we're going to make it happen. Remember, it is only an idea until you write it down. Once you write it down, you're engaged. You've created something. And now all we have to do is figure out how to make that work. And so when we're going to do the Power Meet, we're going to record it like we're doing right now, broadcasting live from New York. That was Saturday night, right? That show, right? Okay. Yes. I digress. We're going to broadcast live so that we have this. If you miss it, well, then maybe you can go back and watch it. But I'm going to encourage you, every day you have a choice in how you start your day. I'm going to suggest to you it's always better to start your day and getting the best outcome financially when you know where you're at and you absolutely know where you're going financially. When we've talked about figuring out how to get there, that's what we're here for. We're going to help you figure out how to get from here to there. It's all about taking the process, trusting in the process, and asking for help. If you don't ask for help, we don't know that you need the help. Alan, bring it home and tell us how it's working for you and what you're looking forward this year in excitement and taking everything that you've got and stepping it up, because I think you're also looking at buying some real estate.
Exactly. Yes. Yep. That's what I'm working right now.
All right. Yep. All right. How's that working? And you're actually, as I understand it, you're actually bringing your son, who's a millennial, bringing him into this fold and sharing that with him.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. So he can start as early as he can be.
That's awesome. All right, everybody, listen, this has been totally cool. This has been great because we've got a chance now to really bring this all together, and we really have an opportunity to really get meaningful answers. Where am I financially? Where am I going financially? And how the hell do I get there? How do I get from here to there? This is James Harnsberger, Wealth by Design, Power Meet Monday morning. And let's move forward. We got a lot to do, and we got to get it done. Take care. We'll see everybody later.